What's going on, everybody? This is the king of all media, representing for rawhollywood.com. And on the line, we have the beautiful and talented Miss Somaya Reece. How you doing, Somaya?
I'm doing fabulous on this rainy day out in New York.
I know, right? It's raining here too.
Yeah, it's so whack.
I know, right? You can't do anything. You just sit in the house, probably just cuddle up, probably watch some cartoons or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, I'm like somebody that likes to be on the show. It really annoys me when that happens.
All right, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
But all right, for the people out there that don't exactly know who Somaya Boss Reece is, let them know exactly who you are.
I mean, kind of baffles me sometimes for someone that really don't get into the story since I've been putting it out for so many years. I mean, I'm just really a hard worker. A humble girl. I came from the hood, and I'm just pursuing a dream, just like many other people. I've been playing instruments since I was 9 years old. I play the violin in my music now, and I've gained a lot of success by myself, and that's really where the name of the boss came from, because I made everything happen for myself. No one, aside from God, of course, with my free will, with my faith, I did everything by myself, and I don't really need a man to back me up.
Right.
Money and things like that, I'm self-made, and I do it by myself, and it's cool. Just me and my friends and my immediate team at this point, No managers, no agents, nobody help me. That's what I represent. I represent a lot of entrepreneurs out there, and a lot of people who are consistently, going against the grain, consistently are, being told that they can't do anything in life, overcoming adversity. I'm somebody who is not a hater. I'm somebody who, I don't judge anybody, because I feel that judgments are not for us humans to do. And I support a lot of, people in general. It's a little sad that some people don't feel the same way, but that's fine. That's what this world is made of,
Right.
Without haters, where would you be?
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
now speaking on the haters, I follow you on Twitter and follow you on Instagram. Why do you think that you have so many haters? I'm saying everybody has haters, but under my opinion,
Crazy, right?
yours are crazy. And they pick the weirdest topics to hate on you about.
I know. I'll post a picture of an apple, and people thought, "Oh, you think it's too good? What, you can't have a red apple? Why you gotta have a green one?" I don't know, but you know what? I'm the hater aggravator. It's really weird, because I have noticed that most people that are very that speak their mind, and I'm not talking about, some people misconstrue being real and being rude. I'm not rude. I'm very real. I'm realistic, and I am somebody that's not afraid to speak their mind. I'm not a messy individual at all, and I just find it that people who don't understand, people hate on what they can't understand. People also hate on things that are, things they wish to be. People are afraid of living their own life, so they like to bash others' lives. And yeah, it's weird. I don't know. But I'm used to it, I guess, at this point. I just think it's funny that, it's so, it's funny you said that today. I was talking about, equal rights and gay marriage, and one of my fans pointed somebody out that said something just so ignorant about it, and they were like, Somaya could post a picture of a purple flower, and everybody will find a reason to hate on it.
Mm-hmm.
The purple flower.
Exactly.
So it's an inside joke. It's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna eat my green apple today. I'm gonna go ahead and play with my purple flower. That's kind of an inside joke that me and my fans have at this point, but it is very interesting, and I just believe that, some people escape their own reality,
Mm-hmm.
By bashing others, and yeah, that's, they hated on Jesus too.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's okay.
Right. Yeah. You just gotta be who you are at the end of the day.
Yeah, a hater has yet to stop my shine. So
Exactly. But see, honestly, within this past year, I've been calling haters are almost just like fans because they give you free promo and
Yeah,
they act as if they're fans of you because they're always in your mentions and things of that nature.
they are. They are. It's very weird because the world has every individual in this world, even the most peaceful person, has a hater. But when you're a celebrity, it comes in packs.
Exactly.
So they're like they're fans. They're confused admirers. They are fans. And somebody that sits and has to bash people all day, you have to really wonder, like, why are you so interested in having to follow my every move and things of that nature if you truly don't like me?
Exactly.
And that says a lot about a person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now
I
I
choose to live very happy.
exactly.
Drama free.
Right.
Yeah.
So I heard you speak on the equal rights issue. What does like equal rights, topic and the LGBTQ, community mean to you?
Well, I have been very supportive of LGBT forever. Believe me, I've been crucified, called the devil, everything for supporting. But it's funny because if the shoe was on the other foot and straight people were the ones that were constantly bashed, they would want their own equal rights, correct?
Exactly.
So I think that it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that LGBT has to fight for any rights. Who? Why? Who is it? I mean, who are these people that make LGBT have to fight for what? Love is love.
Yeah.
Period. Love is love. Like, it's not your fault of who you fall in love with at all. There are people that go through life still living in the closet and they commit suicide because of it. And mind you, I hate that term, but that's something that people understand, the closet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I don't care. People always want to bring up the Bible. It's the Bible that is wrong. But you know what it also says in the Bible? That we're not supposed to shave. It also says in the Bible we are not supposed to wear makeup.
Yep.
It
No
also says in the
piercings,
Bible
nothing.
we're not supposed to wear leather. We're not supposed to eat shellfish. So therefore, everyone's going to hell. If you really want to break it down,
Right, and that's one of the biggest issues that people have. They like to throw stones when within the same sentence that you're throwing a stone at this person or that person, you're committing a sin.
right? And it's really sad and unfortunate. And I think all the people that are the first ones to bring out religion. God is love. And last time I know of, God is the only person that is allowed to judge, and He still loves you no matter what. And therefore, when people say that, I always have to question. Well, do you shave? Do you have sex before getting married? Why are you wearing a weave?
Exactly.
All that is against the Bible.
Exactly.
All that is against the Bible.
Right.
Painting your toenails, all that is against it. So how is in their eyes this a sin that's greater, the greatest sin of all time? It's wrong. But love is love, and you can say whatever you want about it, but it doesn't matter. I'm always going to be a big advocate for it, a big supporter. I am the queen of the LGBT, and anybody that has a problem with it, they can be more than welcome to find their way out of my life. Because I'm always going to stand up for what's right, just like how I stand up for hate crimes against straight or gay. It doesn't matter. Like, just violence and negativity and things of that nature, love. I mean, just like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody got to stand up for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are afraid to. Because, and it's very touchy when you are a celebrity. But I'm sorry, this is what I've been doing for a very long time, much before I gained notoriety, and I'm not going to stop.
Well, I want to just say right now, on behalf of myself and the rest of the LGBT community, thank you for, someone, who is straight taking, a platform and using it and letting your voice be heard. So thank you for that.
I mean, I'm going to always support, always support.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome.
Okay, so have you been tuning in to every week to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
You know what? I did watch the first episode, and I recently did a gig with Jocelyn and Stevie J, and yeah, I only watched the first episode, and after watching the first episode, I see that basically they just pretty much follow the same storyline as far as characters.
A lot of people have said that.
They did.
Yeah, I'm saying I think the show, the creators and everything, they're getting exactly what they want entertainment wise and with the drama. But I don't know. I think it's time for something new.
Well, I do believe that there can be a balance in every show of that nature, but they don't want that.
Right.
They don't want it. But I will have to say this, I did meet Jocelyn and Stevie, and they were really cool. I'm not saying that what they do is great or whatever, but they were really nice to me. I didn't have any issues,
Right.
Jocelyn wasn't trying to fight me for talking to Stevie. No. She was really nice. So, what does bother me is people making fun of her accent, because I am a Latina, and I had a very thick accent that I went to speech class for, and once in a while it comes out, and I think that that's wrong because it's racist as well. That's the way Latinos talk when their English isn't great.
Right.
And that's whack of people to make fun of her for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I know it's entertainment to a lot of people because they don't know a Latin person that doesn't speak English very well. You know what I mean? So it seems funny to people, but it's not funny to me because I'm a Latina. My father talks like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't really watched it. I did watch, like I said, the first episode, and I just caught the gist of where the show was gonna go from that point.
Right.
Rashida is my homegirl.
Oh.
I'm rooting for her. I'm definitely rooting for her. I really enjoy K Michelle's music a lot, and I believe that she is an amazing, passionate artist, and I hope that works out well for her because she deserves it.
Yeah, she's very talented. So
I heard of her before the show, so I definitely was pretty excited to know that she was a part of it.
Right. So what artists, past or present, have fueled you as a artist? Like, who inspires you? Like, when you hear their music, like you're just ready to get into the studio and create magic.
Yeah. Well, the late Celia Cruz, she was growing up my biggest idol. Evie Queen, she is just everything to us as Latins in rap and reggaeton, and Pitbull and Missy Elliott and Lil' Kim. Those are some of my favorites, and I love Fat Joe. These are people that I grew up on, and people that I just really enjoy what they do and how. I think I'm also very attracted to the fact of not only is their music amazing, but they broke a lot of stereotypes. Big Pun was one of our pioneers for us Latinos, and he brought a couple of this little Spanish Spanglish flow, and I think that's amazing. I'm not a big R&B listener, but there's a couple people out there that I like. I definitely love Chris Brown. I think he's an amazing entertainer. But the people that are my biggest influences is just Celia Cruz, Evie Queen, Missy Elliott, Pitbull, Lil' Kim, and Fat Joe. I really love them a lot.
Yeah, that's a nice group of talent right there.
Yeah. It's a variety of talent. I think that's why it reflects in my music too.
Exactly.
Because I love hip hop, I love Latin music, and why not fuse it together? And be different instead of trying to be like everybody else. Always else.
Exactly. Especially as the artist, it's always good to be very eclectic and have different genres, coming in your mind to go into the lab and create your music.
Yeah, absolutely. I love. That's why I grew up. You know, I mean, I grew up in a very typical Latino household. Every Sunday, our mom would make us go clean the house, and we would be listening to Spanish music. You know, Celia Cruz and Erali Be Queen. So this is something I grew up with. So I love it. You know, and just as time has evolved, you know, I fell in love with all the other artists. So these are definitely people that make me go hard. You know.
Yeah. So, can your fans expect an album anytime in the near future?
Yeah, I just put out an EP style mixtape that did very, very well. And I have a really clear representation of where I'm going with my music. I'm the first Latin artist and the only one to do that style of music. I stamped my own sound, you know, years ago, and it's stepped with Latin, very cultural sounds and, you know, hip-hop, which is something that's not really heard of. I see now, you know, it's coming out a little bit, but I definitely would like to do that, except I want to be very smart with my project, and I would like to continue to push singles until we create a great demand for an album. Right. And if I put out an album, I just don't want it to be just anything. It's, you know, I have a vision for it, just like I had a vision for myself. You know, when I first started in this business, that's slowly being developed and is now in a very nice space. So I would definitely do that when we create a great demand for it, and I want it to be special, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm waiting to, you know, hear more music from you because, you know, like I was just saying, I love to listen to different varieties of music. Your style is very different. It gives, you know, it's almost like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, well, everyone's trying to be the same. I don't know why. Like,
yeah.
That's not art, you know? However, you know, certain arts do repeat themselves every 10 years, but I don't want to be that, you know? I do have my first song on top 40 radio station now, Mama, and that's doing very well. So that's my first big accomplishment.
Congratulations.
And it's just all Latin record. It's merengue music, and I'm the first person to rap over merengue and salsa music. So that's kind of a big deal. And it's called Mama. So that's doing very well, you know?
Okay, congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
So I was recently watching a few of your YouTube videos where you you documented when you got your breast reduction and basically letting girls know that they should do it for the right reasons and the wrong reason to do it. How did you come to, you know, the realization that this is a decision that you needed to make in your life?
Well, I have wanted to do this for a very long time, but I was scared. I mean, the first thing for me is I was scared because of many different reasons. Number one, breast reductions are far more dangerous than people getting breast implants.
Wow.
It's one of the most dangerous surgeries that are done on the breast, and it comes with a lot of complications. I wasn't worried so much about the scarring. At first I was when I was like really young, you know, like 15, and I was thinking about doing that. I mean, but as time goes, you realize things like that are just kind of secondhand as opposed to your health. So I was really scared to do it, but I've been thinking about it for a long time. And when I decided to, I don't know what got in me, but I was, you know, I really got tired of, I couldn't wear certain clothes. Big breasts always make you look bigger than you are. It's also a very major risk of possibly developing cysts and cancer.
Wow.
So it was a very tough decision for me. But I kind of, out of curiosity, I just went to see a doctor about it. And he showed me all the pros and the cons. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I talked to my mom about it. And she had been telling me forever, get a freaking breast reduction. Seriously. But it's fault. It's her fault, Mom. You're the one that did this to us. So, I don't know. I mean, I just really thought about it, and I I was actually not sure if I was going to tell anyone about it, but my mom was like, okay, so you don't think your fans are going to notice that all of a sudden you just like have no breath?
Right.
Like, you should probably talk about it, and you never know who you can inspire. And that's what you're about, so you should talk about it. So I took the risk of mentioning it, and oh my God, the flood of negativity was crazy. But then, as I was discussing, like, okay, I'm gonna just like blog my session. I'm going to actually, talk about it. It started to develop a big positive movement within women, and a lot of women started to share their stories. The first part was very negative. The first time I tweeted about it, of course, a lot of people like, oh no, why do you want to get rid of what God gave you? Like, and it was men, of course.
Oh.
They will never understand.
No.
But the women were very supportive. Guys think with their penis, and so I really don't care. That actually made me want to do it even more. I was like, oh God, thank God. Maybe now y'all will stop staring because it's really annoying. But then just came this flood of women that were like, I had my breast reduction when I was, 19, I'm 25 now, and it was the best decision I ever made. And what was crazy is that even the people that were sharing stories that didn't go too well, every single one of them said it was the best decision they ever made. Right. Every single one, even with people that had nightmare stories.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped me. And I had no idea that I would inspire a lot of people. And then came a flood of other people that had said they've been thinking about it, but they never met anyone that went through it, and that they were going to go ahead and take their appointment. And I think I've had about probably 30 fans that have been telling me they've been documenting their stuff because of me. I'm going to go do it, and they keep telling me, hey, I'm on week 1, I'm feeling good. So it's great. I mean, I'm all about inspiring. So everything to me is a winning situation,
Yeah, that's really amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that that's what was going to happen. I mean, my mom was just like, you better tell the truth about what you're doing, because that's the one thing about you, is that no one can hate on you if you're speaking the truth. If you let people know what's going on, how can someone hate on you,
Right.
So it's weird, because like I said, the first initial reaction was all negative. A lot of people actually said that they would stop following my movement because I was no longer going to be sexy.
That is crazy.
A lot of people said things of that nature, oh God, nobody cares about you anyways without those breasts. So I was like, cool, that's great, block.
Now were these reactions from men?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah, it's horrible, but it's okay though, because you know what? It's funny. A lot of those same people now are like, I'm eating my words.
Ugh. Wow.
And I don't care. It's like, if you don't support me as a person, if you're supporting my breath, you may as well just stop supporting me.
Right, because that's not real support.
You may as well just stop. Just stop it. So all that matters is that everything turned out great, health-wise. I definitely am very lucky that I didn't really have a lot of complications. It was very difficult, though, because, it was kind of a mind, over matter thing, and, just constantly being worried about every day of recovery was a weird new experience, but I got through it, and I'm okay.
Right.
I was able to, now I'm getting back into the gym, and I'm really into my fitness, so everything's great. No more bad days.
Right, and I know you're happy about that.
I'm very happy about that. I noticed that the first week, I think the first day I got out of surgery.
Wow.
No back pain. Oh.
Wow.
You have no idea.
That's amazing. And congratulations on you being on the cover of Smooth magazine.
Thank you.
When I seen it, I was like, wow. You look absolutely stunning. It's picture perfect.
Well, that's why I always tell people you should never underestimate anybody because you don't know
Mm-hmm.
when somebody really wants something real bad, when they have true motivation and strength, you never know. A lot of people clown me, you know, and I did gain weight in season 2, and that was a factor of a lot of different reasons, and, you know, people make fun of me for it, and it's funny how all those people are like, oh my God, you're actually sexy now. Oh, really?
Wow.
Funny.
Wow.
You never know. I always tell people, don't ever underestimate people.
Yup. I like to call it the underdog because nobody ever sees the underdog as competition, but they'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, and I'm definitely that person. I constantly prove people wrong. I mean, I put in that work. You know, I'm dedicated. I'm focused. I'm not asking anybody for any handouts. I'm not expecting anything from anyone. I'm just doing what I have to do.
Exactly.
And, you know, it was great for my health as well.
Great. I'm very, very happy for you.
Thank you.
Now, your song "Party with the World" was featured on the Bad Girls Club season 9. How did it feel like hearing your song on TV?
Well, it was really crazy. While I was filming the show Love and Hip Hop, I had scored a Lionsgate film soundtrack.
Right.
And they didn't show anybody that because, you know, it's probably too positive. So they weren't really interested in, like, showing that. And it's crazy because that was my first experience in, like, hearing my song in commercials.
Right.
And on TV, and I was like, oh, my God. I mean, well, aside from the songs that were on my show, this was a really big soundtrack, and it's a big deal, you know? And it was crazy. So when I heard it on Bad Girls Club, the same feeling pretty much kind of came back again because I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I'm a really humble person, so, you know, I don't really think like, oh yeah, that's right, you know, like, heck no, I worked so hard to get that, you know? I worked so hard, all the mean things people said about my music because they didn't understand, you know, my Latin music. That's irrelevant to me because I was working hard behind the scenes to, you know, work on great music that will, you know, that deserves respect, you know, and I got it on the show and it was really cool. I mean, it was a really cool feeling. I was like, uh-oh, hey now, that's me. It was nice, you know, it was really nice. But it was really cool. It's like all my fans were so excited about it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were. They was like, yeah, my girl, she's doing it. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, most definitely, and that's what it's about, you know. So it was very exciting. Still is exciting, you know. And I scored a couple other records on the show as well. So that was definitely something that it's a very big accomplishment for me, and I'm happy about it. You know, I mean, that's not something to sleep on.
Yeah, it's definitely
you know,
not.
I'm still pushing other things because you have one thing that's topping, you gotta, you know, keep constantly working on the next project, you know, or at least that's how I think. I don't know, some people are satisfied with things like that, but I'm not.
Right, you want to keep going and going and going. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Exactly. So, is there anything that you can reveal to us for your that you can let your fans know of any of your future plans that you have coming up?
Definitely. Well, I have several other things that I'm working on right now. Several other things that I'm working on right now. And one of the biggest things is really getting into showing people, you know, kind of like, you know, I lost a lot of weight, and it was a really big accomplishment for me. But I would really like to put fitness into my brand. So I'm writing a cookbook right now, kind of how to teach people how to eat, basically how to eat right and still lose weight, but the healthy way,
Right.
no diets and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a really big thing to me right now. I think another really important thing is I have some really big musical collaborations that are coming out, and I am so happy because I have worked so hard. For this, you know, and it's taken time. And some of them are with my musical idols, which I never thought in a million years I would ever even meet.
Right.
Like, let alone work with. So I feel very happy and blessed, but it takes time, you know, and I just want people just to be patient with me, you know. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly. It takes time and hard work.
It takes a lot of hard work and time and patience, which I don't have patience at all.